Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abindian, and I'm welcoming you to a new trailer for 2019. First, to the new viewers. I am Avindian Gaming. I do gaming videos on my YouTube channel, as you may have suspected, based on the name. And I typically focus on simulation, strategy, and more often than not, sports. To that end, the two flagships of this channel for now are Out of the Park Baseball 19, and coming soon, this very Sunday, in fact, Front Office Football 8. That'll cover my two favorite sports, baseball and American football, and those will both appear on the channel regularly. In addition, I also play various strategy simulation games, and at the moment, those two games are Stellaris and by Paradox Development Studio, and XCOM 2 by Firaxis. So those are the kinds of games I play. And one thing I recommend if you're coming to the channel for the first time, take a look at the popular videos at the bottom of your screen. Those will give you a good flavor for what the channel's all about. Most of them, to be honest, are Out of the Park Baseball, but there's a few other gems in there too. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want more content. At the moment, I'm going to be posting videos 6 days a week, always at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I currently live in Houston, Texas. And those games are as follows. Monday and Thursday, we have Stellaris. Tuesday and Friday, we have XCOM 2. Wednesday, we have Out of the Park Baseball 19. And Sunday, we have Front Office Football 8. For those of you new to the channel, however, notice that schedule is going to be changing quite soon. Within 2 weeks after this video is posted, we're going to be finishing up with Stellaris, and Front Office Football 8 will shift to the Monday-Thursday slot. I'm not going to post 6 videos a week all the time. That's a little bit too much for me, especially when certain games are harder to backlog than others. So that'll be changing in the next 2 weeks, and then we'll make adjustments as we see fit. For those of you who are old fans of the channel, first an explanation. Why is there another new trailer when there was just one 2 weeks ago? Because we're not playing NFL Head Coach. And I felt that that particular game was the forefront of that trailer, and it's just not coming to the channel. I talked about it in a video I posted recently, but for the long and short of it, it's not the game I thought it was. I thought NFL Head Coach was the game I played on PlayStation 3. Turns out that was NFL Head Coach 09, which is a very enjoyable game. Original NFL Head Coach, not so much. And so there won't be an NFL Head Coach on the channel, so hey, new trailer. One last thing to talk about. What's coming next? And there's a few games I want to highlight as games that will be on the channel eventually. The first of those games is going to be a RimWorld. RimWorld is a colony manager set on space. On space? In space, God. Where you land on a RimWorld, you crash land, and then you try to survive. Really fun game. I've played it a ton in my off-screen viewing. Off-screen playing, I should say. And it's a great deal of fun, and I'm looking forward to bringing it to the channel. So that's one game that's coming. Hearts of Iron 4 is due a new expansion sometime in 2019 called Man the Guns, which is going to be a naval upgrade. And they're going to add fuel, you guys. Fuel! I'm super excited about that. That's going to come to the channel. Paradox Development Studio is also releasing Rome Imperator, or Imperator Rome. I don't remember the order. Which is basically a reboot of EU Rome, which is another game I loved way back when. It's like Crusader Kings plus Europa Universalis in the latter days of the Roman Republic, early days of the Roman Empire. Super pumped about that one. That's going to be a lot of fun and something we'll definitely feature on the channel. Surviving Mars could always get more playtime. EU4 could get some more playtime. I did have someone ask about Crusader Kings 2. For whatever reason, of all the Paradox games I love and enjoy, that one just, I don't know. It just doesn't sit with me as well as the other games do. I don't know. If people totally dig it and they want to see some Crusader Kings 2, I'm up for playing it. But it's not on my list of priorities. Beyond those games, we have Out of the Park Baseball 20, which should be coming out in March or April. The moment that game is released, OOTP 19 will come to a screeching halt, and 20 will drop in its place. I will never not play Out of the Park Baseball unless I get burned out like I did a couple months ago. And if that's the case, things can shift around, and that's fine. Because of the Solasysmic Out of the Park Developments merger / assistance, handout, what have you, there's supposed to be a new version of Front Office Football, and I have no idea when that's coming. But when it does, we'll give that a look too. Another product from Solasysmic Software, it's a bit older, but it's one that scratches a very specific itch, is Front Office Football, The College Years, which covers NCAA football, which is going to be an amazing game. I'm super looking forward to that. That'll probably come to the channel at some point in 2019 as well. And I think that's going to most of the major new additions I foresee coming in 2019. One last thought before I let y'all go. There's one specific kind of game I don't like playing on this channel, with very limited exceptions. I don't like playing story-based games unless there are multiple endings. Here's why. This actually just happened to me recently. I was on my tablet, and I used to follow Crack.com quite regularly, now that they're banned forever. And I was reading through an article, they were making comments about a major AAA game that just released in 2018, and they said, when I read the news about this game, which I hadn't finished, they spoiled a major plot point. And they did it in the most asshole way possible, of just putting the word spoiler and then immediately spoiling it the very next word. I still plan on playing that game, but I'm not even going to tell you which game it is, because I don't want to give them traffic. And that was super frustrating to me. So I don't play story games unless there's multiple endings, and you can build your own story. Some of the games I have played along those lines are Around the World in 80 Days, and both Orwell and Orwell Sequel, and Beholder. Those are all games with either multiple endings and multiple paths, and I think it's cool to play those games, but I'll only play them a little bit, so that you can experience your own story for yourself. This is why, despite the fact they are brilliant games, just absolutely gorgeous, brilliant games, I will never play Gone Home, I will never play Tacoma, I will never play games of that type. Just because stories are meant to be experienced, not viewed, in my opinion. And I'd really rather you buy the games and play them and enjoy them for yourself than watch me play them. Finally, RPGs I've experienced with on this channel, they just take too long. I played, I think, 12 hours to 15 hours of Skyrim. You can see it. You can do a search for Skyrim and find it. And it's just too big. It's too big a game to play. So, games of that nature also won't be in the channel. But any other recommendations are always highly recommended. And yeah, one last bit of... I just bumped my head a little bit. One last bit of branding. I do not and never will monetize my videos. I'm one of the lucky people who has a full-time job. I don't need the money. And I think if you decide, I love this channel, I want to support it, that's amazing. You can subscribe to the channel, you can comment on videos, you can follow me on Twitter. I have a blog that I very infrequently write on. But most importantly, the best way to help me is to keep these indie game studios running. So if you see a game on my channel and you want to play it, buy the game. That's the best way you can show your appreciation for my channel, is experiencing these games for yourselves and helping these smaller companies really keep going. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Greenheart Games, who made Game Dev Tycoon. And are coming up with Tavern Keeper. And if that game comes out, it'll be on the channel. That's the kind of studio I think really needs our help as gamers. EA's not going to go bankrupt because I'm not covering Head Coach. Firaxis probably doesn't need our money quite as much. But these little game studios do. And I highly recommend you buy their games. That's the best way you can support my channel. In my opinion. You may see ads in my videos. That's because of copyright claims. This was really bad for the This Is the Police series because some of the music was randomly copyright claimed. Because that happens, sometimes YouTube will actually put ads in the videos. I don't know if they do or not. I use an ad blocker. But so if you see an ad in a video, don't feel compelled to watch it or click on it because, frankly, I don't get anything out of it, and I wouldn't even if I could. So I think that's long enough for the trailer. Thank you for watching the trailer. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Comments are always appreciated on any video, no matter how old. I don't believe in necromancy, unless it's raising the dead. Liking videos also shows that certain series are liked more than others. And yeah, until we meet again, viewers, until next time, this has been Avindian, and I bid you good day for 2019.